guys, Mons here. On this episode of Volume Mons, we're going to be looking at the Drake Iceman album review. Just before I get started, if you haven't subscribed to my channel so far, please make sure you unsubscribe one. And if you're already subscribed, thank you very much. Appreciate all the support. So Drake released 3 new albums last Friday night. However, basically, if you're a Drake fan, you know how versatile Drake is. So he released a rap album, an R&B album, and also he released a kind of like techno dance kind of party kind of album. For me, the only one I'm interested in is the rap album. So, for example, the rap album name is called Iceman. Iceman is the original title that he's been promoting the last 2 years since him and the other guy's beef. So I was really looking forward to this album. I always felt this was going to be one of Drake's best body of work in terms of rap. If he's going to be rapping on this album, which I was hoping it would be. On this album, there's 18 songs in this album. So basically, if you're a Drake fan, you know what you're going to expect. You're going to expect a couple of slappers, a couple of bangers, him talking tough, mob boss kind of talk, revenge kind of talk, and also a little bit of melodic kind of rap singing in it as well. And obviously, you know with Drake, you're also going to get some with Drake, you're going to get some reflective songs as well. For me, I'm going to go through quickly some 18 songs, and I'm going to give my rating at the end of it, and I'm going to tell you what my favorite songs are. So obviously, there's a theme in this album. When the title says "Make Them," it's basically one of his reflective songs, talking about what's been going on in his life in the last couple of years, which was very interesting to see. There wasn't a timestamp song on this album, which is also interesting because with every Drake album, rap album, there's always a timestamp. But this one, it seems like the theme on this one is revenge. Mob boss talk, melodic, slappers, bangers, talking tough as well. And for me, it was great. For me, I'm gonna go through it at the end. So for the first one is "Make Them Cry." It's a great intro. This is probably Drake's best intro since Tuscan Leather on Nothing Was the Same. It literally set the tone for the album. And once I heard this, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be a great album. I couldn't wait to see it. Obviously, in this one, it was reflecting his life last couple of years since the beef. Talking about people, the way they turn on him, people complain about the way he makes songs, and also he's talking about fighting the UMG Universal Music Group machine that didn't want to give him a new contract or pay him what it's worth, and he's looking to get independent as well. And obviously he's talking about maturing. And there's a quite clever line in there when he talks about he's 40, one of his best friend and producer, talking about him maturing and not just talking about the same thing he's been talking about in the last couple of years, which I think that really got to him in this album. Next song is I think "Dust." I love the beat in this one. The main part of this song, when he was talking tough, mob boss talking, what are you gonna get from Drake? Talking about getting people clapped, and I was like, whoa, calm down, Drake. You're not about that life, bro. So I was just there. I was like, okay, fair enough. I was like, I enjoyed it. It was a good track, but I was talking about getting people clapped and stuff. For me, Drake always seemed to incriminate most of his friends, especially Chubbs, in all of his songs. The next one I'm gonna go through is "Whisper My Name." The beat was great. Once you hear the beat, it was absolutely great. And also, what I noticed in this album, Drake kind of experiment with something different in terms of with his voice, kind of deeper kind of tone and different kind of flow when he's using the deeper voice, especially for the chorus. And the chorus, it was talking tough again. That's what you're going to get from Drake. And obviously, there was a nice little shot at Jay, talking about when people talk about 500k or dinner with Jay, he said that, I'd rather take the 500k rather than dinner. So that was great as well for me. I like the way he takes shots at Jay because anyone who knows the history between Jay and Jay-Z and Drake the last couple of years. Jay-Z has been doing things behind the scenes because Jay-Z is like a boss man when it comes to rap music or the industry. He's been doing things behind the scenes to undermine Drake, in my opinion, especially the whole Kendrick and Drake beef. Next one is Janice. Shut the fuck up. So Janice, STFU, for me is probably, I've seen a lot of people on social media saying it's the best songs on the album. For me, it's one of my best songs on the album, one of my favorite songs on the album as well. This is the best. This is just Drake combining this track is Drake combining all his abilities into one. All good things about Drake. If you're basically, you have it was singing, melodic rapping, and then it was rapping, and then he tried the deep voice again. And then if anyone heard the leak of how I feel a couple of months ago when he was doing the live stream, he had it towards the end of the song, and he also took another shot at Jay when he said, "You know how you OGs are rocking." The jig is up. So obviously talking about Jigga, Jay-Z. That's what his nickname is. So it was actually fantastic to see again. Taking more shots at Jay-Z. But like I said, this is Janice STFU was a lot of people's favorite song on the album. It's one of my favorite songs on the album as well. It's talking tough, melodic, rap. This is Drake at his very best, in my opinion. Next one is Run to Atlanta, which was a funny title. Is nice rebuttal to Kendrick when Kendrick said, "Oh, you're on to Atlanta to get your check or to get your check balance, whatever." He said, "Yeah, we're on to Atlanta, but the Atlanta guys want me there as well because he's done a lot for Atlanta and the Atlanta artists as well." And good to see Future back on the track with Drake. We all know that beef wasn't going to last. Future just runs with whatever's hot. If anyone knows Future, it was good. It was cool. Chill song, chill song. Not my favorite song on the album. And there was another song called the next one is called Shebang. For me, this is the whole vibe. It is a summer type of song where you just like vibing, dancing out to it. And there was nice ad libs from Migos. It was absolutely fantastic. Made the song go really, really well. Make Them Pay, one of my favorite songs on the album. Kind of a reflective song. He's basically talking about how people disappeared on him, how people were doing him the last 2 years. Some people, not everyone. I talked about people like Rick Ross, sending shots of Rick Ross, and he talked about J. Cole. You can see the J. Cole thing really hurts him because I think J. Cole didn't return his call before. I think when the beef was about to start, and he said he still got love for J. Cole, but he's just things are never going to be good again between both of them. And he sent shots at DJ Khaled, saying DJ Khaled disappeared on him as well. And then when the beef was kind of over, when he wanted to release an album, DJ Khaled trying to get in contact was like, "No way, you're not. I'm not clearing that. I'm not clearing that verse for you." And then he said, something about DJ Khaled said, he said he's people. He's not going to say free. Everyone know DJ Khaled is Palestinian, but he's never went online to say free Palestine. He's working in the music industry. He's owned by a lot of Jewish people. So DJ Khaled is not going to stand for his people in this one. So he's kind of mocking him over that. Burning Bridges was a nice song, kind of chill song, and the way he was making fun of ASAP Rock in this song is like he's just a little bro in ASAP Rock. He's not even taking him serious. It was funny to watch, and I think it was like your baby mama didn't even post a single, talking about how Rihanna didn't even post ASAP Rock his last single that he released on his album was funny. I think he just looks at ASAP Rock as a bum. He doesn't care about ASAP Rock in my opinion. Next one is National Treasure. I'm sick of this song leaked months ago online. However, if this song didn't leak when you heard it for the first time, the first verse, my goodness, is a banger. The first verse was absolutely bonkers. For me, the flow, wordplay, everything on this song was absolutely fantastic. The first verse for me is one of Drake's best verse in this album. Absolutely fantastic. National Treasure is one of my favorites, one of my favorite track on this album. Obviously took shot at DeMar DeRozan. If anyone knows the history, a little bit of history between DeMar DeRozan and Drake. DeMar DeRozan played for Toronto Raptors, and it was basically one of Drake's really cool friends. They were really cool together. Drake helped him through a lot of issues like depression and everything. And then when Kendrick beef started, basically DeMar DeRozan appeared in one of Kendrick's music video, and it was taking shot at Drake and creep walking to a song called Drake a PDF. So when your boys do that, there's no there's no going back from there. For me, that just was unbelievable, and it was all talking. He was talking tough again about Kendrick, in my opinion. For me, I think he layered a little bit of Kendrick subliminals all around the album, which is great. And the nice wordplay about DeRozan sending him to San Antonio Spurs, and then they got a real one back in Kawhi, and they won the championship as well. Bees on the Table, next track, very cool track, very calm. Obviously, we have 21 Savage on the chorus. I like that because I didn't want too much 21 Savage on this album. I don't want 21 Savage on this album. Just like the chorus. Chorus was nice and cool. And he had a nice, clever line saying, "We'll see when everyone's Spotify Raps comes out." Because everyone talks about, oh, we're not listening to Drake anymore. Drake is this, Drake is that. But however, when your Spotify Raps comes out, you're a rap fan. Drake is always there, either first one, second, or third one. So that's what he's trying to say. So next one is What Did I Miss? We've been through this a couple of months ago when that came out. What Did I Miss? Banger, one of my favorite songs on the album. Absolute banger from start to finish, in my opinion. Plot Twist, my favorite song on the album. Fantastic. The beat, the way he's talking tough, the mob boss kind of talk, Drake, and the flow state was Drake was in flow state in this song. If you listen to it, absolutely amazing for me. Probably my favorite track on this album. Then we have Too Hard for the Radio. This was a fun song because it was mocking basically the LA kind of sound of the bumping, dancing, and sound of LA. And he said he can jump on any track if he wants. He can jump on any beat. It's versatile enough. He's one of the greatest to ever do this. And it was just basically making fun of how Kendrick raps and this and that. He can jump on anything. It's very versatile. The next one is Make Them Remember. Like I said, there's a theme in this album. Say when it starts with Make Them, it's a very reflective kind of track. Obviously, he says people are always moving goalposts when it comes to Drake. If the goalposts do this, Drake does is like, oh no, they keep moving the goalposts. I think this is and this one is great because that's just the way it is when you're great, when you're one of the greatest of all time. And also, he took a nice shot at LeBron in this. But like I said, Drake before LeBron for me. If Drake says fuck LeBron, I'm saying fuck LeBron as well. Simply because when Drake and LeBron were basically really good friends. And then when they when the beef happened, you saw LeBron being a snake going to one of Kendrick pop out show and dance to his song calling Drake PDF. So for me, when if you have one of your boys do that, there's no going back, there's no talking back, and for me, he's an enemy for life. Big LeBron fan, but you do that to one of your guys, you're just not trustworthy. You're not loyal at all, in my opinion. Um, so, and he also talked about when people were calling him PDF, and he talked about Dr. Dre. We all know what Dr. Dre did when he was younger, but no comment. I don't want to get blocked on YouTube. So we got Little Birdie. For me, I didn't like this one. It's the only song I'd skip on the album. It didn't fit the Iceman album. It should have been on maybe the R&B track. It didn't fit the Iceman album at all. Don't Worry was nice, melodic. Drake is very best singing, rapping at the same time. Absolutely fantastic for me. This type of track you play while chilling with your girl, in my opinion. Firm Friends. For me, he's basically saying all he wants now is real friends. He doesn't want no more fake friends. If you want him, there's no more free stuff again. This is not a nice guy anymore. This is tough guy Jersey you're talking to now. And the last song on the album, Make Them Know. Great outro, fantastic outro. For me, is like he set the tone at the start with Make Them Cry, and then at the end of the album is make them know. So basically, it's gonna make all his enemies gonna make them cry. And at the end, when you finish listening to the album, you're gonna be like, yeah, you're gonna know he's the greatest of all time. He's the best rapper out there. He's the best at doing what he does, in my opinion. For me, it's just absolutely fantastic. I think he also kind of hint that he's at peace with himself now. Everything that's been going on the last 2 years, so which is fantastic. For me, the rating on this album, as a big Drake fan, I'm not being biased. This is a 9 out of 10, a rap album, in my opinion. There's everything you need in this album if you're a Drake fan. 9 out of 10. This is his best rap album, best rap body of work, just pure rap, since If You're Reading This Is Too Late, years ago. For me, probably my three favorite songs on the album are Plot Twist, What Did I Miss, and and Janice STFU. Those are my three favorite songs on the album. Please comment below if you have any thoughts or opinion in terms of the album. If you what your favorite songs are, if you don't like the album whatsoever, let me know what your thoughts are. I do appreciate all the support. Make sure you hit on the subscribe button. Thank you very much. Peace out.